Was it nutritious? Did you know the origins of the ingredients or how far they had travelled to get to your table? Did you clear your plate? Finally, even without those considerations, was it enjoyable? Was it even memorable? Now think about the best meal you have ever eaten. Maybe it was a complex culinary endeavour, with carefully balanced flavours and maybe the finest ingredients. Or perhaps it was at home, amongst family and friends, with conversation and good company, and making memories being what made it so special, over and above what it was that you were eating. Or was it in a memorable or desirable location, in a beautifully designed, luxurious restaurant, or rooftop at sunset, or a European plaza? If you were really lucky, maybe it was a combination of these. In any case, the chances are at least one of the following factored into the meal's success: the quality of the food itself, the company that you enjoyed it with, or the location you consumed it in, if not all. Now imagine a world where you can enjoy the experience of these incredible meals more often, even daily. Now I know what you're thinking. To live that way would cost money and take time that I simply don't have. It isn't feasible. But remember, to improve any meal, only those three things need to change: quality of ingredients, access to company and conversation, and location. And this is where Dinner at Mine steps in. Dinner at Mine, or DAM, facilitates shared meals, particularly in HMOs and within student and young professional circles. We realise that many of us have limited mobility, limited funds, and limited time, but we also extol and facilitate the potential benefits of sharing a normal weekday meal with the people around you. The motivation behind the app is to improve efficiency of meal preparation and consumption, while strengthening networks and relationships between those otherwise potentially isolated. By sharing meals and cooking, the sharers save money and time, with wide benefits such as reduced packaging and food waste, and also enjoy time away from screens and in the company of others. This social time, coupled with having freshly prepared nutritional meals, is proven to improve mental as well as physical well-being. According to estimates from Public Health England, 2/3 of adults are overweight or obese, and by 2034 that's set to rise to 70%. To tackle this issue, a previous government-funded report suggested a system-wide approach was going to be necessary, and it should address everything from production and promotion of healthy diets to shifting societal values around food at paradigm shift. In particular, the need for greater structure around meal times and improved nutrition and measured portion sizes were considered key to the shift in food thinking mentioned here. With those living unstructured, food-on-the-go lifestyles based on ready meals, snacking and takeaways, those at the highest risk of obesity. By organising and facilitating your meals through the DAM app and visiting your DAM habitual space for your meal, a level of structure will be introduced, ritualised and habitualised into your routine. The convenience of food arriving to your door or buying it pre-prepared is emulated through DAM deliveries and by the shared responsibilities of the cooking. Instead of traipsing through your supermarket or scrolling through their websites, your DAM ingredient allocation will be delivered straight to you or your habitual space based on your nutritional needs, your dietary requirements, your culinary skill and personal preferences, which will become more and more tailored to you thanks to your consumption feedback data. As a result, not only will your meals have already been carefully nutritionally balanced and curated for flavour, but also save you from buying those oh-so-tempting snacks or overbuying ingredients to later waste or overeat. In other words, DAM allows you to eat better. It removes temptation, improves quality, and saves time and money. By a show of hands, who would rather have a freshly cooked meal over a ready meal? And now, how many of you have chosen a convenience food over cooking something from fresh due to time constraints or tiredness, or just a feeling that it's an unnecessary extravagance to cook up a feast to eat alone? I, for one, am definitely guilty of that. With DAM, you share meals, so this means that you're sharing the workload too. If you regularly eat with 6 others, you only need to cook once a week, but will have home-cooked meal daily. These will be more varied than those that you would probably cook for yourself, because the skills and the flavour preferences of each of you in the group will differ. Not only that, but you'll get the chance to showcase and improve your culinary prowess, learning from and teaching others. It's amazing to me every time I cook with my housemates, the wealth of food knowledge that even we lowly students have between us. It would never have occurred to me to section the mince in the package before browning if I hadn't seen Jed do it, and Callum would have thrown away numerous eggs if Annabelle hadn't shown him how to test if they were off. As for the tiredness or lack of willingness to cook, I often find the most enjoyable part of a chef meal is the making of it, with friends to chat to, a glass of wine in hand, a well-chosen playlist in the background, and an extra pair of hands to do the grunt work. Cooking no longer feels like a chore, but a social event. Now, this is all very well and good. I'm getting deliveries to my door of better quality ingredients, carefully selected for flavour and combined for enjoyment and nutrition. I'm organising shared meals with my housemates, my friends, my neighbours, and even strangers. Great. But my kitchen is tiny. I'm poorly equipped, and I haven't got enough space around my kitchen table for more than 4 guests, and my house is largely a mess most of the time. Not exactly the enjoyable experience I was sold in the beginning of this presentation. But instead of hosting in your home, you'll be hosted and host in a carefully positioned, down habitual space. These modular typologies provide shared kitchens, flexible dining spaces, as well as a place for food nearing its expiry to be shared with the wider community in a communal shared cupboard or cupboard, which is viewable on the app. In this way, individuals' app network and ingredient access are improved. In other words, further improving quality and variety of both food and company. This, however, is not the habitual space's primary role. These spaces are aspirational and high spec, providing users with large cooking spaces with state-of-the-art appliances, opulent and celebratory spaces for dining, and luxurious washrooms. The concept is to recreate high-end restaurant atmosphere, whilst maintaining the comfort scale and familiarity of what we have in our homes. Each space aims to magnify and ceremonialize each step in the meal, from cooking to hand washing, from ingredient selection to dining. These are aspirational spaces for memorable moments, making the shared meal something to strive for and value. With the opportunity to participate within them, bringing joy to the user, with the ideal end result that everybody eats out every night. The network and ease of access to these habitual spaces across the country mean that wherever you are, a new but familiar dining experience is just around the corner. By being part of the DAM community, you have the opportunity to change the world one meal at a time. By consuming your DAM allocation of sustainably, ethically and or locally sourced produce, delivered in exclusively reusable packaging from your local micro warehouse, you help to reduce the UK's current annual 21.9 megatons of greenhouse emissions caused by food production alone. By having access to and contributing to the hubbard and eating ugly foods, sent in exact quantities, you'll be diminishing the 15 million tonnes of wasted food across the supply chain, saving yourself up to £700 a year in the process. By sharing meals with others, you will be improving your physical, mental and emotional well-being and helping others to do the same. By providing consumption data through your app feedback and using the modified fridge, freezer and cupboard systems, you will make agriculture smarter and more efficient at producing what is actually needed by you, the consumer. You'll be cooking in better equipped kitchens. You'll be eating tastier, healthier and more sustainable foods. You'll be having more social, meaningful social and